Hello, all my circus freaks out there. It's story time, and I am your humble storyteller. Well, I know it's been about 3 weeks since my last video, and that wasn't my intention when I said in one of my last videos that I wanted to cut back a little bit until we got the camera situation sorted. My intention was to go down to maybe one video a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, depending on how things fall and if there's really anything to talk about. Um, but sometimes, real life happens. Um, a long story short, my youngest daughter had to go to the hospital. Was in the hospital for about 3 or 4 days, fighting a fever, running a bunch of tests and whatnot. She had to have surgery this past Monday, and but as of right now, everything looks good. All the tests have come back, good. The surgery was successful, and she's home recovering. And we'll be back to her plucky old self in a few days, hopefully, maybe a week or so. But through this whole thing, she's just been, oh gosh, a champ. She deserves a title for this one, and maybe I'll even go as far as making her one. I don't know, but she's just been incredible during this whole thing. She's my hero, She's a special youngin'. But on top of that, I also had a death in the family. On top of that, I'm trying to start another job, a second job part time to be able to funnel funds into this project. On top of trying to figure out living arrangements, I'm fixing to have to move. So it's just been had to take care of some real life stuff here lately. And but in doing so, I've kind of been able to kind of step back a little bit and kind of rethink things and put fresh eyes on the situation, and got a whole bunch of ideas to have other things associated with the channel that could potentially draw in income. I've been thinking about doing a Amazon affiliate store, kind of sell kind of nerdy type stuff. And I know other YouTubers do it and seem to be successful at it. So I'm going to look into that. I'm in the process of kind of trying to schedule time to go and record some songs with an old friend of mine who I've known for, 20 plus years. But once I get that done, I don't know, in the next couple of months, maybe first of the year, I'll be able to, use the songs on the channel, but in turn, upload them to SoundCloud or Reverb Nation or iTunes or something like that, and that could potentially draw in money. I've also toyed with the idea of maybe doing a kind of a Storage Wars segment. I really like, perusing Goodwill, looking for cool stuff, and I've always been fascinated by shows like Storage Wars or American Pickers or whatever. To me that's fun. So maybe I do a segment where I bid on storage lockers. I found a website that is not exorbitant. These lockers are going for 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks, maybe $100, depending on what they are. So trying to see if that's maybe an option. Maybe I record it and put it up on the channel and call it Storyteller's Treasure Hunt or something like that. We'll see what happens there. I've also been toying with the idea of maybe a mobile game, kind of a mobile choose your own adventure book, kind of. I've got a friend of mine who does coding, and he's offered his services for a reasonable rate. So I'm going to check into that again. And that'd be kind of cool, be able to tell stories set within Arcona. And it'd be very easily updatable, I'd be able to add content to it. Another thing I've been toying with the idea of is, and I really could use y'all's input on this, comment down below, send me a message, something. Do you think I should do kind of a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter, or maybe try to do a Patreon channel? I've been kind of reluctant to do that because I'm not really sure how it works. I probably could very easily educate myself on it, but to me, it kind of feels like begging kind of panhandling. I don't know. But then again, can I really be, prideful about something that when I'm trying to start a fantasy wrestling YouTube channel at, 43 years of age? Probably not. I'm probably just being silly. I probably should just shake the tree until something sticks, so to speak. Try everything. Another thing I've been toying with is, been talking a couple of times to kind of our wrestling guru guy who used to run his own, indie promotion. And he had mentioned maybe doing, some old school advertising, putting up the signs at the gas station on the ice cooler in the outside or in the front window of the shop or whatever. And I'm not sure how well that would work for an online wrestling / Dungeons and Dragons YouTube channel. But then again, who knows? Who knows? I've been doing doing a lot of homework on the camera editing situation. I think I've got a pretty good grasp on that end. I think I've got a camera picked out. The biggest thing on that end, the camera, lighting, sound is kind of, its own thing, but it's not as hard to figure out for me as what kind of computer do I need. I know that you turn it on and and can search for stuff online. So I think I need something with kind of the brains equivalent of a decent gaming PC. I think if I could find something like that, it would be able to handle kind of the higher end editing stuff. So that's kind of going to be the next big purchase. Other than I'll probably get the camera first, just because it's cheaper and be able to, I guess maybe for my own personal benefit, show progress. So another thing I've been doing is I'm always looking online, on Facebook Messenger or on Marketplace, Craigslist, stuff like that for wrestling rings. And surprisingly, they're out there. I saw one the other day for $1,500. It was, looked a little rough, but nothing a little, paint and polish wouldn't handle. But there's that option. Saw something really cool, and this is kind of my dream thing, but I found a 6-sided ring. If y'all are familiar with Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, TNA, back in the day before, kind of Hogan, I guess, took over with Bischoff and stuff, they used the 6-sided ring. I always thought that was really cool, and that set them apart from everybody else. And I know that some of the wrestlers kind of complained on having to relearn the rope situation, but it would be cool. Only thing is, it's $3,500. So therein lies the problem. The big dollar sign. But for everyone who has offered their support these past couple of weeks, it's been greatly appreciated. Everybody's thoughts and prayers. Been inspiring, honestly. But be looking forward to another video in a week or so. Until then, like, follow, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. I love y'all, and I hope to hear from you soon. All my circus freaks.